Hello, everybody.
This man reigns from Akron, Ohio, the red line of the auction business, Conky's Flippin' Adventures. Conky. Oh, man.
Hey.
All right, this man needs no introduction, but they're paying me to do this, so the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. What the Hales, Jeremy! Dun, dun.
I'm here. Look at that. It's real. It's not just the
And
word.
from out west, Sandusky, Lorain, Ohio, some people call him Guapo with a capital G. What up? What up?
I watched that and I forget that it was actually daylight out when we started filming that. You know, the intros.
Yeah, we got to do a new intro. New intro. Next time, Mr. Hales is back.
Maybe soon.
Maybe soon. Probably court.
Oh, my goodness. Court up there, court down here. Dude, there's so many things that you guys don't even know that are going on right now. The state is involved in so many, and I can't give explanation, not even to you guys, but the state is involved at the highest level on this now. And what I can share with you is they are not happy with the court in Levy County. And I can openly share that with you. They are not happy with this situation at all. But I can't share anything else at this point in time.
So I can't believe that they're not happy. I can't believe it. Everything seemed to be run so efficiently. And,
that judge seemed to know what he was doing. And
it just seemed like professionalism across the board.
Yeah. Complete and total professionalism.
Like if you look up professionalism in the dictionary, boom, there's a picture of the courthouse. Okay, maybe
I'm gonna keep looking for that picture.
That's when they used to put pictures in dictionaries back in the day. So, hello, everybody. Welcome to a wonderful AA. As we already heard, Mr. Hales, as usual, there's so much craziness of these stupid people. Is that a good word? Can I use that word, stupid people?
Absolutely. You can call them whatever you want. You have freedom of speech, regardless of a judge trying to say that you don't and take away your constitutional right and everybody else's. You can call them whatever you want.
Well, I got the feeling that if we called him whatever we wanted, you were the one that got in trouble.
That's exactly what he put in writing, but ain't no more. Ain't no more.
I got the feeling that he really didn't understand that law that he was trying to quote or read from or model his decisions after. I don't think he really knew what was going on enough to make the kind of decisions he made.
Well, I can tell you now, his boss knows, and his boss's boss knows, and his boss's boss knows.
See, if you want to get somebody in trouble, don't go to their boss. Go to their boss.
Go to YouTube. No, go to YouTube.
So that their
YouTube.
Boss at.
You want to know why the third hearing hasn't been released yet? YouTube. Go to YouTube.
Well.
Don't go to their bosses. Go to YouTube.
So you didn't go to their bosses. Their bosses saw it on YouTube, and
the entire state of Florida in the judicial system is watching the videos.
Oh, that's
everyone.
That is funny.
Okay, maybe not everyone, but those who count, they are watching.
What you're saying is the janitor isn't watching, but everybody else is.
Correct.
That's funny.
Just so many stupid people, man. I'm sorry that you have to deal with all that, Jeremy.
Well, you know what? George and I had dinner with two of our four on the legal team, and last night, and they encouraged us. They said, whatever you do not stop fighting corruption in Florida. And they said, you guys are the perfect people to expose this. And somebody needed to in this area and in this county. And and they went, we can't believe it. You were brought here for this purpose. And they asked us, they were like, so what's the ultimate? At first, the conversation started out, what's the ultimate plan? And we said, well, our ultimate plan is we want to be done. We want to retire. We want to be done with YouTube. We want to live, a normal life. And they went, you can't, you can't, for everybody else's benefit. You can't. And they went on and on about how big this is. You guys, I haven't talked to you guys. You guys can tell everybody on here. I have not said one word to you guys. I've been silent. And they have emphasized how big this is and how huge this is and what's happening and what's going on. And the things I can't communicate with you yet.
Well,
but
here's something that's different about this, Jeremy. Normally, if you would have put something like this on YouTube, for example, the actual courtroom hearings and shown the incompetence of the judge, your own lawyer would have looked at you and said, what the hell are you doing? You're crazy. Don't do that. My God, man, you're gonna piss off the judge and he's gonna do this to you and that to you. Don't do that. So it's refreshing that somebody is finally pushing it to the point where you're getting beyond that.
Well, and here's the thing. I encouraged them last night saying, listen, we recognize this is no longer our fight. This is a fight for the right for every YouTuber on the platform. And fundamentally, that's how big this is. You may not grasp it because you don't have all the information that I have, but this is a huge, huge battle for fundamental rights for all YouTubers. And I even told George, I was like, man, I feel like I'm back in Ohio going to storage units, having to fight for my legal right to film, to pave the way for everybody else to film again. And I feel like I'm paving the way again for free speech for all YouTubers. And I told him, I was like, listen, you guys may very well become the free speech YouTube lawyers for the nation. You may become the lawyers for YouTubers. It's so big. It's so, man, I can't even tell you guys how big it is. What's going on? We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. We'll get there with the channel and the information when everything is timed right.
So I guess if you could have gotten that third video from the courts that they're not releasing, would it have revealed that he's actually still going in the same direction he was going in the first two videos as far as his attitude?
Well,
or should I have not asked that?
What happened is we filed a motion to remove him based on his bias and his illegal action. And it was a huge motion detailing every illegal thing he did. Well, let me back up. Every immoral, unethical, and at its worst, illegal thing that he did in that first hearing. We didn't even go to the second hearing where I was actually served illegally within a court in Florida. That cannot happen. They can't bait you. They cannot serve you in a courtroom. They have to serve you in normal life. And he did it right in front of his eyes, and everything else that happened in that second hearing that he allowed to happen and he was a part of. And he completely, totally changed his tune and made sure that he was 100% protecting himself in the third hearing. And if we ever get that released, which right now the chief judge is not, can't even go that route.
They're working on it. They're working on it.
There's a lot in the process right now. I'll share that with you. And there's a ton of stuff going on behind the scenes with Lynette and Crook as well. But a ton. Oh my goodness, depositions alone. Oh my goodness. But which we do have. We have full video of the depositions, and we will release those. There's a certain timeline to where we will release those. And honestly, we're talking about renting out a full movie theater and doing a premiere, because I promise you, it is the best entertainment you will ever watch in 2024. I guarantee it. You will see every aspect. You won't know which personality is going on. You will see complete and total. You will see a complete and total abusive environment that a child lives in every way possible. But it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing, and we have all the video already.
Well, so you're the producer of those videos, right? You're not relying on somebody else taking videos of the depositions and.
No, that's paying $2,000 out of my pocket to a court reporter.
Oh, okay.
That's $2,000. That cost me $2,000 for that video of her deposition.
Okay.
For her first deposition, and you guys already know how she communicates. So it was supposed to be done in a day, but couldn't be done in a day because of her mouth. And the other hard part is, am I actually going to censor all the language she used in front of a child that she has posted on Facebook? She never cusses. Her and John never cuss in front of a child. And I will emphasize this as well. If she speaks that way with the child right next to her, how does she, with a camera on recording, now you can understand the way she acts and behaves when a camera isn't recording. It's times 100. And the people of Otter Creek witness it every day.
That's her good behavior.
That's her good behavior. Exactly.
That's her indoor voice.
But man, I keep saying I'm going to rent out a movie theater, and we're gonna run a premiere, because this deposition is, Conky, I know you love legal. There is some legal stuff that is going to blow your mind.
Well, I mean,
you're not gonna. It's gonna. Conky, don't even ask questions. That's all I'm leaving it at.
Well,
but it will be on the channel.
I'll say this. When I've actually never been deposed, but I've been prepped for deposition multiple times. And I've always been told the same thing. When you're asked a question, just answer it, but don't offer any other. I mean, is that pretty much standard? That's just standard wisdom, correct?
Yeah, standard wisdom. Normal person.
I take it she does not possess that wisdom.
She did. Oh, Conky. Conky, you have no idea what you're about to see.
We'll leave it at that.
You better buy your ticket for the premiere, Conky.
It's mind blowing. I promise you, it will be the most entertaining thing you watch in 2024.
Okay. I can't wait then.
Yeah, it's just the crazy thing is, though, because everyone's like, oh, Florida corruption and all. I said the corruption is in all the places across the whole country. And this is just a little tiny sliver of Florida and how corrupt it is. Just imagine where you're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars or tens of millions of dollars, huge cities and things like that. If this little town could get corrupt and a little bit of money, what I'm saying, in retrospect, I mean, how much money does that town have, compared to a city like Akron, Ohio,
or
Chicago,
man, or New York,
or just even, just like there's a lot. I mean, Otter Creek is that whole area down there is small, and obviously the income level is low.
And here's the bad part, Jeremy. The people that are pissed that you're talking about, the higher ups in the court, they're not pissed at the judge for what he did. They're pissed at the judge for allowing it to get out.
To happen. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
and now the world can all view it. That's the biggest thing, So even though it's public record, they sit there and they go, well, nobody would ever want this record. Nobody would ever see this. Want to bet?
Yeah. Yeah, they mess with the wrong
all
guy.
Public record. At the end of the day. So you just have to get the right to get it. I just can't believe you had to pay $2,000.
But see, look at the times we live in. When I was I guess we should just say 30 years ago. None of us had a platform like this where we were our own basically television producers, where we can put something up and have the potential for more people to see it than the evening news.
Debbie says, Jeremy, please do a preview of the schoolhouse for What the Hales family. I will be there in a heartbeat and sell popcorn.
Oh man, I'm seriously considering doing a preview. Like it's crazy, Debbie. Babe,
Thank you,
the
Debbie.
deposition. How crazy was the deposition?
I plead the fifth.
That was a great answer, George.
No, I do need to share this with people.
He's been
Okay,
in court too long.
I have to share this with people. Number one, you understand when you plead the fifth that you are basically you are. It's not basically you are. You're saying I'm guilty, but I'm not sharing any more information to incriminate myself any further. Okay, that's what pleading the fifth is. Pleading the fifth isn't saying I'm not guilty. It's saying I know I'm guilty. You know I'm guilty. I'm not going to share any more information. Now, that works in criminal. Okay. This is civil. Okay. That's all I'm going to leave it to. But there was a running tally of how many times that came out. And
Really?
It is very, very, very high.
I plead the fifth.
Oh, that's funny. So there's like you gotta have like a little counter in the corner or something.
There were 3 people keeping tally.
All right. So since you said that, Jeremy, you are correct. We should have the constitutional right to not answer questions. And the courts aren't supposed to see it that way, but they do, and some courts allow it. So here's the correct way to plead the fifth. If you're being questioned in a criminal situation, use these exact words if you have to. I would be more than happy to answer any questions that you have in the presence of my lawyer, should he allow me to answer the question. You get your lawyer there sitting next to you, and when you're asked the question, you look at the lawyer. If he says answer it, you answer it. If he says don't, you don't. That way there, you're not answering because you're guilty. You're just not answering because your lawyer said you couldn't answer.
Yep.
That's still acceptable. Don't ever let anybody tell you don't need a lawyer, even if you're innocent, because in my opinion, you do in many cases.
You know who always needs a lawyer?
Oh, here he is.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Hey, and he's at home too. I'm like, where are we going to see Guapo eating French onion soup from tonight? But he's at home.
Just got back from getting a French.
Speaking of lawyers, tell us about it, Guapo.
What's up?
He's going after Shady Sherry. Round 2.
Knew
There
it,
you go.
man. We need you this time. You ready to help or no? You got your
Nope.
hands full.
Nope. Kicked you out of the nest. Go fly. You got this.
Bird,
Taught you all I know. Go fly.
You didn't teach me all you know, buddy.
He gave you the tools to pursue corruption and fight it.
Teach a man to fish.
But
He'll
you could,
keep fighting corruption with Shady Sherry.
I don't know. We'd have to jump ourselves back into a lawsuit. What do you think? No.
Well, I can tell you it's extremely stressful. As
Yeah.
much as I joke about it, I will tell you that it is extremely stressful. It takes it impacts every part of your life. And I'm at no limit on this is probably, I'm over 40 grand now, and there's nowhere near an outcome. Actually there is, but we're nowhere near it to where we're going to be. And what everybody's thinking, oh, this is the outcome. Does Jeremy have an injunction? Doesn't he have an injunction? What's going on? Are they getting arrested or not? That's the very beginning. So that's the sprint. There's a marathon here, and people don't understand the marathon is being compensated with sanctions for everything that I had to go through, every bill I had to pay to get to that point, and pursuing criminal charges. So
Yeah,
this is civil right now. This is
Go ahead.
this is civil. This is the sprint warming up for the marathon,
That's
and it
what
is
I'm saying.
costing so much money.
You got such a long battle ahead of you, dude. Like even after everything's done, you still have to go, after I don't even know the proper term, but you know what I'm saying. What's what do you call? How would you say that when you obviously countersue for all of the expenses, right? That's what you're.
Yeah, we're already doing that. We're filing for sanctions
that's what I'm saying, bro. It's such a super long, stressful process. Aside from everything aside, guys, it's a platform online, etc. There's a YouTube business to run, etc. At the end of the day, this is a very long, drawn out process that demands a certain energy and a certain level of focus that is just it's unless you're going through it, you won't understand. I mean, I tried to make the best of my freaking speeding ticket, dude. And just alone leading up to going to court is it's just annoying, bro. Court's annoying. The process of court is annoying. Dealing with lawyers and judges and ignorance is annoying. And
but sometimes you gotta be annoyed and fight the corruption.
You have to understand, like see what kind of value that you have to put a value on that. You have to value your time and value your effort and what it's really worth and what actually the outcome is of the battles you fight, you know?
Yeah,
so
but sometimes
I don't want to justify like going, I'm sorry, Rob. I don't want to justify like kind of like settling with the Sherry case because at the end of the day, like bringing that to justice, Jeremy, would be so sick. But bro, what you're like explaining is like what I considered, bro, to be all seriousness, nice. What I considered, bro, to be honest, man. And I would have loved to do what you're doing right now with Sherry because we all know the dishonesty that she shows. But bro, let's be honest, bro. I mean, you're not lying, dude, when you say all of these expenses and everything that you're going through, bro. That's real, bro. Like,
yeah, but sometimes
I don't realize that there's a lot of trolls that think that, you know, Jeremy's lying or trying to like troll when no, this is real life, guys. This is a real YouTube channel.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, sometimes the money and the time, I mean, I just want, in my circumstances, like I had to sit there, I called the police, I waited 3 hours for the police to show up. You know, most people would just leave, okay? And then a day, all the times I called the police, nothing occurred, nothing happened, but maybe I lost my time, energy, money, and all this other stuff. But you know what? I did what was right. And, you know, hopefully I saved another person that had to go through what I had to go through.
Exactly. It's all about
purpose. And that's the point. If we don't stand up for what's right, who will?
Yeah, we're the ones that have the funds. We have the audience and everything else.
What the purpose is, man. Is it worth it? That's it, man.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Everybody has
worth it if you can get someone like Sherry or these people in Otter Creek or these storage facilities that are stealing stuff out of units. If you could get them to justice, and maybe you're not going to win. I haven't won on any of them, but I tried. I contacted lawyers. I contacted the Department of Agriculture. I contacted the state attorney's general's office. I spent time and energy. You know, I called my lawyer. I gave him money. All these big
businesses win, bro. That's why there's so much corruption in this world because not many people have the resources.
But I can't be there and be like,
have the understanding to fight a battle like Jeremy.
I'm David, baby. I'm going against Goliath. I don't care.
It. Like the bottom line is like you know what you're doing. That's it. I mean, God sent. It was written. I don't know what else to say. Like you have to know what you're doing and have the capital patience and let's be honest, the drive to fight corruption, like Sherry, like Otter Creek. So yeah, man, that's a challenge. And I applaud you, man. I hope everything is.
They should have just gave you, never complained about a 2-inch pipe and everything would be good.
Oh my goodness! Could you imagine if they would have just treated me like a normal person? And they would have billed me normally. If I didn't get stalked by 2 mentally insane individuals, like just leave us alone.
Would you have ever found out?
About what?
Like if they stalked you, so you that's when you started investigating why they were overcharging you, right? Or no?
No,
neighbors.
We got stalked by the neighbors, the crazy neighbors afterwards, but I already knew they overcharged me because she told me what the price was beforehand.
Right.
And then she sent me an inflated bill, and then it got crazier and crazier and crazier. And I have all the evidence I need to go after the town. I can bankrupt the town overnight. But I don't want to have to do that. I shouldn't have to do that. Right. The townspeople and the residents should go, we're going to keep the right people in the town. We're going to remove the wrong people, and we're going to make things right. I shouldn't have to go that route. Nobody should have to. And you guys know me. I'll give you the shirt off my back. You lie to me and steal from me, and then all of a sudden there's a major issue. Like I won't back down no matter how stressful it is, and it is stressful. But I will not back down until the right thing is done. Absolutely. And so, yeah. It should have never come to this.
You might as well go, bro. You're this far in, bro. It's going. That's it. So That's sick, man. I mean, at the end of the
I
day,
mean,
man,
you know, it's now going
you
on
got
2
this in
and a
your
half.
legacy, man. It's just part of the What the Hale's legend. I seen in the chat. I was in the chat. I was modding for you guys because, you know, obviously people have their weird opinions sometimes. And I seen something. They were like, "Oh, don't you just ever want to go back to coin pushers?" And I'm like, "Bro, I remember when you called me one day and you told me about like the coin pusher idea and how you were going to incorporate it in the channel." And it's like, fast forward to now, it's like, dude, so many years have passed, dude. Like, there's a lot of time.
Was Lynette Lawyers there with her? Terry asked. You're going to have to see the preview? Is that what you're going to say?
If I understand her question with the deposition, the answer is no. She had no lawyer, but
Thank you, Terry.
things have changed. Some fool, and we know who it is. Some fool, and we know who it is, sent her $7,000 for the retainer.
Wow. Jeremy, bring your own to Florida.
And the funny thing is, she really should have read the reviews on this guy beforehand. This guy's going to burn through that $7,000 before anything even happens, and then she's going to be begging for more money. And she's telling this woman that she's going to pay all this money back. I can 110% guarantee you there will be no money to ever pay back, because I know where this is all headed. She's clueless.
That's what happened with me, dude. My lawyer was like $8,500 to retain him or something. Like, it was like a murder case or something, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, lawyers are expensive.
Gotta have the right lawyer, dude. That's the number one thing.
And having the right lawyer isn't just as easy as opening up the phone book or looking on the internet and picking one out and saying, "Here we go."
Oh,
if you're gonna be out among them, as I say, if you're gonna be moving around and doing things that may eventually land you in a courtroom, whether you feel you need to be a plaintiff or if you think you might be a defendant, you should already have an established relationship with a lawyer. It might not even be the type of lawyer you need all the time, but there's so much to be said for if you go to your lawyer and you say, "Can you handle this for me?" He says, "No." Next question is obviously, "Well, do you know anybody who can?" And that reference helps a lot when you go to hire a lawyer, because like this guy that Lynette finally found to take her case. He's just a crook, obviously. He's just going to take the money and run.
Oh, he's just going to take her money and burn through it. And he don't know what that woman is going to do to him and his reviews online. He already has horrible reviews, but she's going to claim he financially raped her. She's probably going to claim that he physically did stuff. I mean, this is the way this woman insane mind works. This is how my brain works. I know how my brain works. That all makes sense later. But she is going to play victim to him and tell the world that it all went wrong because of him. And it's all wrong because of her. And remember, this is what she wanted. This is what she wanted. And she's getting what she wanted. Her days in court.
I mean, it's amazing, but it's going to be a long time.
It's a long drawn out battle, man. And we're excited to see it, man.
2025,
2026.
Dude, wait till you see the deposition. I am telling you, I can't stress enough. It is going to be the most entertaining thing in 2024. I can promise you right now, it's probably going to be our #1 video of 2024.
Well, I mean, how long did the deposition take? And you got to be able to get all that in one video?
Well, 7 hours with lunch break, half-hour lunch break, constant yelling breaks. Oh boy, no, it's not. There's no way it can be one video. There's no way.
It's an editing nightmare.
It was. Oh my God, I can't even. You gotta wait, and I'm telling you, it's gonna be worth the wait. It truly is gonna be worth the wait. It It is the most entertaining. We already have copies of it. Okay. We've got the video. We're not releasing it yet. And there is a legal reason why. Well, let me back up. There is a legal reason, but more than that, there's a strategy reason of why. And so really the legal reason means nothing. It's the strategy reason of why. And I promise you, man, there is going to be so many clips that you'll be able to take. And I want to dubstep it, man. Like there's going to be greatest dubstep ever.
What's Soup Freak Mess talk about here? Something Type Town this way comes to that song or something?
Tube Town.
Tube Town, baby.
Oh, Tube Town. Okay.
Man, I'm nibbling on Joker's hair.
Thank you, Soup Freaks.
Devalue him.
All right, so Guapo's got his Joker there. You guys want to see what I picked up this week? I have to go over the other side and grab it.
Yeah, go grab it, Conky.
So I guess Jeremy's Batman now, dude. I guess you're Superman.
I'm Batman. He just said he was Batman that day. He's not no Batman. He's Superman. That's why he's fighting corruption. Only a super being could do that.
Oh my gosh.
Did you show your full screen?
Holy crap.
Conky!
Yeah.
Nelson, I clicked on it. The chair was empty. I was like,
nobody's fighting
scored
Spider-Man. I'm the only Spider-Man. Nobody can be Spider-Man.
Well, you're the youngest, so that makes sense. Spider-Man was like,
dude, we should all dress up as them for like Halloween next year or something.
Halloween party, Second Sense building. How's that? When do you expect the video to come out, Jeremy?
Last week of January, first week of February.
There you go. Now you have a timeline, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of videos, when are you going to put your video out, Conky?
Conky.
Which one?
Conky.
Which one?
Anyone. A video.
I'm still working on them. I mean, whoops.
Well, I know. Oh.
So I was sitting at my desk, I think Sunday. And I clicked on an email for an auction house that I thought was only like an hour and a half away, and it turned out to be on the other side of Columbus. And I didn't realize that. I bid on something. And I got this big box of old die casts. So Rob's birthday gift was a Batmobile, and I found him a
that's so
Bat
cool.
boat, and it still has the Batman and Robin, which is you never see those in there.
Yeah, they usually come out for sure.
Yeah, you
That's
never see those
so
in there,
cool.
and you hardly ever see it with the trailer. So that's the little one. This is the bigger. This is the older Corgi one that shoots missiles.
That thing's so awesome.
It's got the Batman on the bottom.
Yeah, that's the Corgi one. That's for
Yep.
sure. That's the large size.
Yeah, never the boat. That's all right.
Wasn't
Luckily, the boat is plastic. But I've got a Batman and Robin for the car and a Batman and Robin for the boat.
So you bought a big lot. Was this in a lot? It was just on an
Oh
online
yeah,
auction?
yeah, it's a huge lot. I mean, I don't know if you can see.
So how many cars did you get in the lot, Conky?
Oh, I don't know. It was a big box.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, this is like a third of it. All
Do these
this.
people that know how to auction?
No, they don't.
Okay. Well,
They had no idea.
A lot of people don't. Guapo and I were talking about this earlier today, that there's a lot of people out there, they do no research whatsoever. Like, especially auctioneers. I say people hire people just to no research.
This wasn't a gun sale. This was a gun auction.
You got more shows?
I'll show you what I showed in the thing. This is an original Austin James Bond car, Corgi. It's got the ejector guy. I don't know if you can see him in there or not. See him sitting there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of these things, you hit a button and it shoots him up the roof. It's got the shield that pops up in the back. It's got you see that or not? The moving things. I think it has
The things on the wheels, too.
Yeah, it's got the spinners on the wheels and they're still there.
Don't they pull out a little bit, too? Don't they pop?
They might. I don't know. I haven't really played with it that much. But, I mean, it's got all these different things you push. And And so I've got to figure out how to work that because it's been a while since I've had one of those. But yeah,
How much do you think that one's worth?
the Austin Martin, I think this one's worth about $100.
Yeah, with the guy in it, it's worth
Yeah,
more.
with the guy in it.
'Cause that guy's always missing.
The Batmobile with a bat boat, I've seen those sell for $200-$300. So, I mean, just
That was a good box lot.
yeah, and I think I paid like $160 for it, but I actually had to go pick it up because otherwise they were just gonna throw it all in the box and ship it to me, and it would have never got to me in that condition. So I took a drive to the other side of Columbus Monday and picked it up. But that's not the lot that I was talking about. That I said if I got, it was going to be like a really big deal. I was able to buy, and I don't have it down here. I don't know if I ever showed you guys. I have a Hot Wheels when the Hot Wheels first came out in the late 60s, they had what's called a store display.
Mm.
And they put this display in the stores, and the deal was it was supposed to sit there for a year, and people would come in and see all these cars in this display, and then they go to the shelf and buy a car, but they were never allowed to take one from the display. And the store display had some cars in there that you could buy in that color combination, like off the shelf. Some of them were really rare, some of them were really common. But the Mustang was painted on. It was called light pink, but it's referred to as a watermelon color. And collectors also refer to it as a store display Mustang or a store display Stang or watermelon or whatever. And I already have one that I got kind of by somebody not knowing what they had, not knowing what they were listing on eBay, and I got it for like $100 with a case of a bunch of other cars. And I found another one. Same thing. People had no idea what it was. They just pictured it with a bunch of other cars, and I spent quite a bit more money on it. I spent $443 on it. But
what's a watermelon Mustang worth, Conky?
The cheapest one on eBay right now available is $59.95. Then there's another guy asking $7,500 for one. I don't know if they're ever going to get that, but they're realistically worth $2,000 to $3,000 a piece.
That's pretty sweet.
So I have to wait until I get this thing and actually look at it and make sure that the monitor wasn't playing tricks on me, that it's a true watermelon color, and it had a telltale sign because they showed the bottom of it, and you could see where it was glued to the store display on the bottom of it. You see the glue was still there. The color looked right in the monitor, but the interior was different than mine. I've got a white interior in mine, and this one has like a tan interior. So I got to check it out and see what's up with it.
I still remember we went to that house, Conky, where the guy had all those die casts in Maryland, and he had these store displays. Man, the whole basement was just unbelievable, guys. I mean, it was the most ridiculous collection I've ever seen anyone put together, and it was so well done. It wasn't like he just had stuff. I mean, he had it was just all set up. But he had all these Matchbox store displays.
Yep.
And
the thing about the Matchbox store displays is there were 75 cars, and there was one of each in the display. And Matchbox didn't really do as much as Hot Wheels did with the varying colors and all that. So their store displays might not have been a first edition Hot Wheels store displays worth $40,000-$50,000 easy.
Oh yeah,
if it's still got all the cars in it and still in decent condition. The Matchbox ones aren't necessarily worth quite that much, but what I was really fascinated with on these in these store displays is there were actually Matchbox cars with red line Hot Wheels on them. And that doesn't really mean a whole lot until you realize that when the guy that came up with the Hot Wheels, one of their proof of concept ideas was they actually bought a bunch of Matchbox cars and put the red line wheels on them with the red line axles. So looking at those, you didn't know whether that's what they were, because if that's what they were just, I mean, the value of those things
priceless.
So you don't know if it was that or somebody else did it or what. But
if anyone would have had them, though, that guy would have had them.
Yeah, if they were the original ones, he would have had them.
His collection was so.
I'm catting, Floyd.
What did he say?
He said, "Are you catting?" That's just the Legends Insider. That's super funny. I was at this like toy store the other day, and this cat jumped on my back and like just stayed on my back while I browsed the store. And I got it on video, dude. It's so funny, man. So
cat liked you.
Yeah, the cat really liked me.
You capping?
Catting.
You catting?
Catting. Yeah, I'm catting right now. I might get a cat. You should get a cat, Jeremy. I don't know why you don't got a cat.
Listen, I'm a mountain lion. I'm a cougar type of person. Not a cat. I like the cougar.
Okay, I hear it.
I'm into cougars.
I'm into cougars too. I like cougars.
Oh my God.
I don't go for the normal cat. I like the cougars.
I like panthers too. And mountain lions.
Oh my gosh.
What happened to the girl you picked up in Mexico? Listen, Jordan, look, she was just a friend, and she
you said she's just
a friend.
Say she's
just a friend. Oh baby, you
disappeared.
Got what I need.
I went and filmed fights.
You got Jeremy and me singing on that one. And my son said today, he goes, Dad, I know you probably think you can sing, but because I was trying to tell him, because my daughter got a letter from Kent State University to go to college there, and I would say, oh, 4 Dead in Ohio. And then my son's like, what? So I was like, I started singing 4 Dead in Ohio, trying to explain to him. And then, he didn't want to listen to it. So I put the song on for him. Mm-hmm. Oh, you did get a cat.
Yeah, I got one.
That's the best kind. You don't got to clean its litter cage.
No, nothing. And it doesn't even meow often.
Don't have to feed it?
Not have to feed it or nothing. It just won't crawl on my back when I'm shopping at a toy store. It kind of sucks.
I had a cat and I've had 2 dogs in my life. They're both great animals. I have no complaints. My cat was the best cat though in the world. It was.
Guys, when are we gonna see each other? Like what? When
right
are
now.
we gonna do an AA
right
scenario
now.
In person, dude?
Oh.
What is this? COVID? Are we shut down, dude? Is this back? Are we back in 2021, bro? Or is it 2024?
Well, there was a rumor yesterday I was arrested. So, I mean, you guys can jump in jail with me. I mean, I wanted to do that video.
I hated that.
We haven't got that. We never got
24 hours in jail.
I hate that idea, dude. I'm so glad we didn't have to do that.
There was a rumor I was arrested yesterday. So here, I can tell this to you guys as well. So there are so many people watching the court dockets, and it was put on their arrest minimus yesterday in regards to my name on the court docket. And so everybody's going, oh, Jeremy got arrested. He's arrested. He's in jail. Is he okay? Da, 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 da. First of all, no, I did not get arrested. And second of all, my attorney immediately calls the attorney general, and the attorney general goes, yeah, I know everything that's happening to this. I know everything she's submitted to me, and it's all a joke. And he goes, Jeremy's not getting arrested. And then he goes, oh yeah, well, you know that what's the thing with evidence? Perseverance of evidence. It's somewhere on the docket. It's holding evidence. It's the state attorney getting all the camera footage from the courthouse to prove that John Crook was outside 3 different hearings to put him in jail for breaking the Ohio Civil Protection Order. So the information in the docket is actually the attorney general getting information to put John Crook in jail. And people are worried that I was arrested, but it was a clerical error.
Yeah.
Dude,
what the heck would you be arrested?
So, let me ask you: is the Ohio judge really interested in having those people arrested in Florida and shipped up to Ohio to serve time?
Yes, very much so. Very much so. if boy, I wish I had video of those court sessions, but they only got the audio. But
I got a funny story.
they are very difficult people to tolerate, and the judge has no tolerance. The Ohio judge has no tolerance for them.
Hey, do you remember when we were all eating at Bubba Q's and you're like, Guapo, hurry up, we gotta go to jail soon. Like, hurry up with that Bubba Q's, we're going to jail. And I just dropped my Bubba Q's, like, dude, what are you talking about? We're going to jail. Yeah, hurry up, everybody, let's go. We're going to jail here soon. Get ready.
We never did make it to jail. I think after that,
my heart drops, dude. I almost choke on my Bubba Q's, dude. I'm like, what are you talking about? We're not going to jail, man. Oh yeah, get everything together. Hurry up with that Bubba Q's, Guapo. We're going to jail. I'm not playing.
So for those who are wondering, I scheduled 24 hours locked in jail with these guys, but we never did it. It never happened.
It was just overnight, wasn't it? It wasn't 24 hours.
Same difference. Overnight in prison is long enough.
Yeah.
Dude, staring at the ground in Miami for hours, check, dude, doing it. Jumping out of an airplane in a diaper, dude, doing it. Going to jail? I don't know, man. I wanted to throw the flag, but I didn't throw the flag yet because I was just going to see, like, what happens. It was like a heat of the moment thing, dude. Like, if anybody, we got Conky on it. We got Conky. Conky's got our back, I guess, dude. He's the Hawk, bro.
And I paid for it. I paid for us to go to jail.
Yeah, he's paying, bro. We're all gonna have to like defend each other, bro.
I can't. Here's the thing: I can't even get put in jail when I pay for it. That's how much I'm not going to jail.
He tried to go to jail. He paid for it. He couldn't even go.
I paid to go to jail, and I still didn't go to jail.
Still couldn't get in. You still couldn't get in. Oh man, that's funny, man. That's funny. No, Jeremy, that's not enough money. We're gonna need $1 million to let you in.
Yeah. All right, let me see if I can do a GoFundMe.
Can you get a GoFundMe to send me to prison?
Jail.
You're the first person that got a GoFundMe to put you in prison.
If somebody's dumb enough to give Lynette $7,000 for a lawyer that she's going to lose miserably and end up in jail, I'm sure
Lap dances.
that's a lot of pole dancing and a lot of lap dances. I'm sure somebody give me $1 million to be put in jail.
Oh my God!
Somebody start a GoFundMe for Jeremy in jail. They still won't let you in, bro. They're gonna need $1 million. Oh, that's funny, man. I don't know. I thought about that whole idea and when you presented it, and it's so funny. There's a lot of really funny times, but that was one of them for sure.
Oh my God.
Anyways, guys, I got a crazy house, a crazy lead on the house. I've been real jittery. I've been really nervous. Very, it's one of those things where, like, you know, we come across a lot of good deals, come across a lot of good storage units. We always do this. Come ups are insane in our business, and it's becoming common. But this one right here, no common at all. It all started when I showed up to the flea market on Wednesday, dude. This guy, bro, Jeremy, you won't believe this. He sold a Spider-Man number one for $1,000. The guy took it and sold it for $6,000. Like in 2 hours, the guy said. And it came out of this house that it's just like, it's a huge story, dude. Like, obviously somebody died, some dishonest relatives, all kind of crazy stuff. But dude, this house is crazy because of like the little bit of comics I did get a chance to buy from the people that are picking from it. Bro, unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable condition, unbelievable set. So yeah, I'm just nervous. My meeting was supposed to be on Friday. It was supposed to be today. Then it was supposed to be Friday. Now it's supposed to be Monday. And my intention is to go and buy both the properties. The one has a bunch of comics in it, and then the other one's literally right behind it. And it's supposed to, like, the Legends has it that it's filled with Star Wars toys.
Oh, well, just be ready when you buy it. Somebody's going to offer you money and then never pay you for it. So
is it iridescent money? Is the money iridescent?
Yeah, it's iridescent. Yeah.
Hey, I got to show you this here real quick. Hold on. Oh, man.
Just get ready. Just get ready to get a fake offer. Sean, you're coming out.
Guys, don't make Conky angry.
Hey.
Okay, watch this. Hold on. Come on, finger.
Get him. Get him.
There
Get
goes.
him.
Nice.
I could just
I
see-
realized that today they both got the same hair. I was like,
Well-
he is the Incredible Hulk. They got the same hair.
dude, you could be actually him, and you just never told
He is
us.
Bruce
Mark.
Banner,
Don't-
baby.
You know, I do black out every once
out
in
of
a while.
nervousness. You're really him.
And then when I come to, my clothes are all, I don't know.
You just wearing a pair of purple ripped jeans.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? Noreen looks like the girl as well in the Hawk. So yeah, dude, this actually might just have been discovered on AA,
You
dude.
don't know.
What was the joke we kept saying with Alan? Like, does he know this is a hoarder house, not a whore house?
Oh, dude, the hoarder house came from you. You're the one that started calling it the hoarder house. I never
Just so everybody understands that joke, there was another individual that went behind everybody's back and said a lot of horrible things and made Guapo a fake offer saying that he had an investor, and this investor particularly runs strip joints in Florida, whorehouses. Okay. And so then Rob and I and Conky are like, does he know it's a hoarder house, not a whorehouse?
I think he's investing in the wrong type of house.
Yeah. I'm not sure he understands there's a couple extra letters in that first word.
dude, he just walks in the house and he drops his keys. He goes, "Where are the women?"
It was the biggest joke. Oh my goodness. It's
Is the
funny
office
now. It wasn't funny then.
Oh, it was
Oh,
a little
no,
funny
dude.
then.
Actually, it was. We made a ton of jokes.
Oh my God. I just remember calling you like every other day, just like telling you new things. And the funny thing is your opinion never changed on it from the first day the idea was presented to you. You were just like, where is he getting the money? When is this happening?
I'm like, Guapo, he's a drug addict. He has no money. This will never happen. He talks this way. He never comes through on anything.
Yeah.
I've told you from the very beginning, none of this would happen. None of it would happen.
I
And
filmed everything, man. Fortunately, we never had to put out the evidence to get extra about it and stuff like that. But like, yeah, dude,
Should have still took my deal.
I filmed it all, dude. No, bro. Like this next one, Jeremy, you probably have to fly out, dude. Like if it's that crazy, bro, we have to call the news, dude. Like the Spider-Man one was found on the floor. The guy stepped on it. He stepped on it, bro, and he picked it up. This is the story. I don't know how legit this is, but I know that the Spider-Man one was sold. I know he has comics, and I bought all of them from him. I know they're good. I already sold them. There's a bunch of crazy stuff going on right now, dude. And the thing of it is like. I know that there has to be more in the shelf if he's stepping on Spider-Man ones. Bro, if there's a Superman one, if there's a Batman #1, if there's crazy comics like that in this house, bro, we got to call the news, bro. We got to call What the Hales.
If there's crazy stuff like that in the house, I wouldn't call anybody until I got it out of the house.
Well, the problem is
dude.
people already going in the house. That's
Dude,
the
we got to call Jeremy. And he's got to jump in the Hales helicopter.
He can fly.
the Hales mobile.
He just goes like this.
The Hales heli going to the helipad.
I don't know if Otter Creek would let me leave. I don't know if Russ the Sus can live without me.
That's true.
Or Don the Con. Don the Con may not like it that if I'm filming hoarder houses instead of his wife's corruption in office.
Everyone needs an arch nemesis.
Some people have more than one,
That's true.
Jeremy.
Dude,
Boy, Florida, man.
you better check your water meters, dude, at Hell's headquarters, dude. They might be getting crazy over there too.
There was
No, I can promise you everything's good at Hale's headquarters.
there was a story that came out about somebody in, I think, Atlanta that got a $30,000 water bill.
Yeah.
Before the meter was even hooked up. I thought of you. I was going to send you.
Yeah. Terry, tomorrow's video isn't filmed yet.
So there's no sneak peek.
Dang, that's rare, guys. That's real rare. They're usually filmed 48 hours ahead of time.
Man, this court stuff, I've had 2-3 days nonstop, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, nonstop all day meetings, with the lawyer at the lawyer office, filming at night.
You haven't been sleeping, ain't it?
No, really haven't.
Oh.
It's been intense, very, very intense.
I could tell. But you've been doing good, dude. On the lives, you've been doing good, holding it together. You guys kill it.
The lives are fun.
The lives are fun. TT George is holding it down.
It'd be even more fun. You know how they used to film before a live audience? You know, I Love Lucy and film before Happy Days, film before a live audience. We should start doing our lives like Saturday Night Live, film before a live audience at the schoolhouse.
Yeah, and you should have like signs that say laugh, like at your jokes and stuff. Oh, dude,
Silence.
that'd be funny. That'd be funny.
Silence. Jeremy's going to have a serious moment for 30 seconds.
You probably need somebody to bounce people too.
Yeah, we need bouncers for sure.
Because you know some idiot will show up.
I know the exact idiot will show up. The creeper who is filming us from another piece of property illegally. Since Florida is an all-party consent state, you can legally film somebody without their consent if you're on public property, the road, town hall. You cannot film somebody from another piece of property when they're on another piece of property without their consent. You can film them if they're on your piece of property, not if you're on somebody else's piece of property. So this moron, literally without our consent, broke the law, and we're so sick and tired of it, we're going to destroy him in court. He's had every chance and opportunity, and he illegally films us on a privately owned piece of property, which is illegal in the state of Florida. He must be on public property to actually film us. Guy is a freaking creep.
Super
so
says,
creep.
I envision Don the Con sitting there eating barbecue chicken wings while demented carnival music plays in the background. Oh, you love Don the Con,
man, dude.
Russ
that is my
Sauce.
Dude right there.
I know people have all different levels of intellect, and I ain't the brightest person in the world, okay? But man, I have never seen such foolishness and ignorance by a handful of people in Otter Creek.
Wow.
In the same little town or the town next to it, Elsie, I have never seen such asinine ignorance.
Things just keep getting odder and odder.
Like, how stupid are you?
An otter, bro. You should get one.
The best
How
is you need there to
stupid
get
do
away.
you have to be to break Florida law filming from a piece of... First of all, if you're going to film, you better know filming laws in Florida. Second of all, you break the law creeping on people who actually can afford lawyers and go after you. That's pretty dumb right there. And you're creeping on females. I mean, how much worse can it get?
I don't know, dude.
Nothing shocks me anymore.
I know. Like, I feel like you shouldn't be surprised anymore, but yet it's so ignorant. You're probably still surprised. Like
every day, I'm still surprised. Like every day, and I'm sitting there going, nothing can surprise me anymore. And their stupidity shocks me again and again every day.
Dude, it's like storage units. They're like storage units. You never know what you're gonna get from them.
Never ever know what you're gonna get.
That's that's crazy, dude. You can't get away from storage units even if you tried. You're dealing with storage unit people.
Well, let's see. Drugs, yes.
Craziness.
Let's see. Stained mattresses, without a doubt.
Stinky clothes.
Stinky clothes, yeah. Crazy people, yeah. Mm-hmm. Unbelievable.
That was not really like a fancy exit, like he knows.
No, that wasn't one of his best. That's probably one of the. We're gonna have to give that one.
Actually, that might have been one of the worst ones,
I was
man.
gonna give it a 2 out of 10.
What do you
He did go out on stinky mattress, so I mean,
that's not bad.
What are you thinking out of 10, Conky? What do you think?
Yeah, like a 2 or a 3. I mean, it could have been better, but I mean, if he didn't go out on stinky mattress and he'd just gone out on, something else, it'd have been a 1.
Like
on the retrospect, though, my intro for Guapo today, I think was a 10 out of 10.
I liked it. I would want to say I don't want to see 10s or
Okay,
big,
9.
bro.
Okay,
Yeah, 8, 9. I would say
that was one of my best intros yet.
It was one of your better ones.
It would have been better if I would have clicked on it. I missed the button when I went to click on it.
How about that? How about that holographic transformation of Conky to Hawk? I want to give that a nice 8.5. Honestly, bro, that was a pretty sick one.
Thank you.
I didn't even know that was happening.
Don't worry, I'm working on it.
That was good, dude. That was good. I think what would make it a 10 is if like you played it like with no delay time to press play. Like the minute you put yourself full screen, you just see the transformation.
Right now, I haven't made it. This is my beginning part, so I had to do the transition by hand.
Right.
But I will get the transition done don't worry, I'm working on something for our superhero
like scenario, right? Exactly. See,
we talked about our 4 superheroes. So I was going to do something today for the thumbnail, but I just ran out of time.
Dude, we got to dress up. There's no way. It has to happen, bro.
Dude, I just want to say one thing real quick. I'm so sick. Okay, I bought 6 or 7 storage units this week. Long story short, I had to waste probably about 2.5 hours of my time because people don't know how to do a storage unit auction. I go there. I don't know how to do it. So they sit there and act like they know how to do it. And then 15 minutes go by. Then they call their manager up. The manager walks them through it for another 15 minutes. And then finally, I might get my storage unit keys. And it's like, oh, it's all fine and dandy. Okay, first of all, if you have employees, train them on how to do the job. Number 2, why does the manager take off the day after the storage auction? Is that the dumbest thing ever? The only person that knows how to do it is the manager. So they have to call the manager on the phone. It's like, plan your day accordingly. I'm just saying. And it's like, they just waste all my time. I was going to go see Guapo today. I didn't get a chance to see him. I'm out there in half hour, 45 minutes in Mayfield because the lady has no clue what she's doing.
Dude, let me get the comics, dude. There's no, I haven't sent you the pictures. I know you're tripping out. I want to get the comics on live. But dude, can I just say something? I just think it's so funny. I want everybody on the other side of the screen to just picture this. Now, Rob has been doing this for 15 years at this point, dude. A very long time. Bro, can you imagine Rob's face when he goes to the storage facility and the storage facility looks at Rob and says, I don't know how to do it. I could just see, because I know Rob is one of my really good friends. So I could just see him like throw his hands up and look at them like, bro, you don't know how to do it.
It's so horrible. And then the worst part is if I do tax exemption, then it's like, oh my gosh, there's a whole nother thing thrown in there. And a couple people told me, well, I can't do that. You just have to pay the taxes. I said, no, you can do tax exemption. I said, the other 3 places owned by your same company did it. No problem. Okay. Dude, just like the lady today said, she said, well, the deposit has to be you have to pay the unit the same way you pay your deposit. I said, that's completely incorrect. I said, I want the deposit in cash. I'll pay the unit on credit card. The accountant likes it when I pay it on credit card because it can keep track better. And I'd rather get the deposit in cash because I don't want you guys to try to put it back in my card. Just give me the cash back as soon as I'm done cleaning the unit.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
But it's just like, I'm dealing with people, and I understand there's so many people that took over all sorts of stuff. My thing is like, they have an auction every month. You think they would have people that know how to close out an auction.
I just think it's so funny. I'm laughing because of your reaction. I know what like your reaction would be, and I was just like, dude, like.
Well, Jeff goes and he goes, oh, I love it because I'll just sit in the car. He just sits there and waits for me. He's getting paid, and that's what I try to explain to these people. To them, it's no big deal. To me, it's like I got an employee that I'm paying my own personal time, and then like the other day, I bought 3 storage units. You add up 2 of the places had no clue what they're doing, and 1 place did. Okay. That hour I lost from those 2 places that day, I didn't get done working until like 8 o'clock at night. I could have got done at 7 o'clock at night. You know what I'm saying? But to them, it's everyone them. Oh, they don't care. They don't care. You know,
we don't consider that, man. You gotta. It's really crazy because I don't really normally have that, but like, you know, it's unfair on Jeff if you're like, oh, you're off the clock until we start working.
Oh, yeah, he's getting paid. I mean, time is money, right?
Yeah, it's not how it works, you know. And again, that's actually a great point, Rob. People don't realize that when they're trying to figure out how to do their job, somebody else is doing their job and taking money out of you because you're the business owner.
Right. I'm sitting there waiting. I got people just sitting there doing nothing because these guys don't know how they're incompetent of their job, you know. Yeah, and most businesses, when you're incompetent in your job, you don't last long, you get fired, or your business fails. I mean, if Conky wasn't competent at repairing the equipment, he wouldn't be in business. Right, Conky? You'd be getting sued, all kind of stuff.
You guys, Rob, I know you know how unions work. Guapo, I don't know if you're aware of how unions work, because by the time you came along, like the big rubber factories and all that were already gone. But my dad was an electrician for Goodyear, and if something happened that you needed an electrician for, you could have. I mean, it could be something as simple as a plug needs changed out or something like that. You could have 10 guys standing there waiting for an electrician to come change out a plug. Any one of those guys could have done it, but they're not allowed to because it's a union, and you have to have an electrician do it. An electrician has to be available to do it. So you could have a machine down that's producing $30,000 an hour worth of a product for 10 hours, and a bunch of guys standing around because one guy needs to go and do a certain job and he's not available. So,
well, Conky, prime example. My buddy works in the trades and he does like flooring. They had to have they trying to get the job done, so they had to start working weekends. They had to bring the electrician in to turn on the lights, and the guy just sat there for 8 hours. And then when they left, he turned off the lights because they weren't allowed to turn on the lights because the building wasn't completed yet.
Yep.
So they had to have an electrician come in on the weekend, pay this guy double time because it's union to turn on the light switch. I mean,
the electrician probably made, I'm guessing, $600 that day.
Oh yeah, he loved it.
Just for flipping the switch on and sitting there playing on his phone for 8 hours and turning it off.
That's
all right, Guapo. It's your time to shine.
Yep. All right, here we go. I'm going to show them to you, man. These are the ones that, look at this, dude.
Tales of Suspense. That's a nice one.
But check the condition, bro.
Well, it's hard to see. But it looks nice.
The condition on all the other ones were like, dude, pretty shot, bro. But these ones right here, these are A1, dude. Look at this Amazing Fantasy, bro.
Oh, that is cool.
Oh my God, bro. Look at the condition, bro. I got to get them bagged and boarded, man. I'm just leaving them in this plastic for right now.
Amazing Fantasy, I think, was 20. What is it?
This is Amazing Fantasy 11.
Well, I'm just saying, Amazing Fantasy is the first appearance of Spider-Man.
Of Spider-Man? Yeah, bro. That's how you could tell, dude. That's how you know he had.
Well, I'm just saying.
Spider-Man.
Hold on. Let me see. I'm trying to think of the issue right now.
Look at this. Tales of Suspense, number 28. Check this one out.
Yeah, Amazing Fantasy 15 is what you want. You have number 11?
Yep.
I'm just saying 15 is the one that Spider-Man's in. First appearance of Spider-Man. That book is worth between 5 to 30,000, 50,000.
Amazing Adult Fantasy, dude, number 13.
That's adult fantasy, huh?
Man, that was close, ain't it? What if it wasn't adult fantasy, dude?
Well, I'm just saying you're right in that area, though.
Uncanny Tales.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, dude.
Look, it says the Spider-Man on that. That's before Spider-Man was probably around.
Won't you step into the parlor and feast your eyes on the Spider-Man? Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
Wow, this is a good book, ain't it? You probably want this one. This is a sweet one.
Yeah,
those are the ones that are like, like legit. All the other ones are just like, pretty like beat up and stuff.
It still looks cool.
So Guapo, what were you talking about? Did you go somewhere and they wouldn't sell you either a stash or what? What happened there?
Nah, man, there was this huge ordeal. Fortunately, the camera was off. Man, I got into it with another vendor because they wanted to like hold those comics that I bought because they were waiting for one of their friends to get out at 2:30. And I look at the clock, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. So we just go back and forth. And I basically I win the disagreement because I'm like, dude, I have cash right now, bro. You can't just sit there and be mad. And I try not to get like that. I'm not a confrontational person, bro. Like really nothing in this world matters to like spread and spew your negativity or nothing like that. I really try hard not to get there. But dude, it was one of those scenarios where the guy he wanted to hold the comics till 3 o'clock in the afternoon for his dude to get off of work. And it's
what, to look at?
Yeah, to look at. And it's like you didn't even get the seller's consent. You're kind of just assuming that he's going to be that way. And that's not That's not the way this works, dude. The seller and the owner of the merchandise is the one that dictates when and where he wants to sell it. So yeah, bro, it's like, dude, went through this whole big ordeal, finally found the origin of the items. And yeah, dude, I have a meeting scheduled. I text the guy today. The houses are behind each other, so it's super convenient. The houses have not been on the market. There's already a bunch of different like people that are trying to bid on these properties and things like that, but I'm sure none of them are resellers. And there's just a lot more to the story. Like there's you know, the son sold like a 57 Corvette for like, dude, like $120 something thousand and like kept it from the family, and then like ransacked the whole house and like took everything and resold it. He said almost like $1 million worth of video games. I don't know how serious and how true these things are, but just based off the condition of these books and just like the origin and where they're at, like you don't find books like this and condition like this without it being a serious scenario. You're not just going to find a few of these in like a lot of My Little Ponies. You know, it's just, it doesn't happen that way. When you see a little bit of those, there's a bunch of that stuff. So
yeah, but you never know, because like this was found with only 20 some other books.
Yeah, but there was more though.
I'm just saying there's only 20 some books in the whole house, comic books.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's like 27.
Well,
I mean, one of the 27 though. But I'm just saying, right. I'm not saying that place. I'm just saying you just never know.
Yeah, it's possible, right?
Because I'm just saying they have that comic book and only have like 27 comics. That's just crazy.
Well, somebody could have took the comics before you got there.
Yeah,
or something like that. Anyways, it's just like a bunch of crazy details.
The crazy thing is that house you're talking about. I just want to tell you this. Way back in the day, there's a hoarder house. And my buddy calls me up and says, hey, my cousin's cleaning out this hoarder house. They're throwing everything out. Go over there. And this is probably 5-6 years ago. I go to this house. It's packed and stacked. Unbelievable stuff, dude. All kind of crazy stuff. And the one guy's like, yeah, the one guy just bought a whole truckload of Barbies. So I'm like, okay. I go through there. I load up all this stuff. I go, what do you guys want for it? They're like, I don't know. Give us a couple $100. I said, I'll give you $500 for everything. Oh, great. Meantime, the one room Guapo, there's a shelf around the whole top. That shelf was, they took like bread bags or something, and they put the comic books in the bags. All the way around the whole room was all 10-cent and 12-cent comic books. And I tried everything that I had to try to get those comic books, to sell the comic books for those guys, whatever else. And one guy's like, no, I take care of that. I got all that taken care of. And I never went back to the house, I think, because I was trying to get those comics so bad. But these guys, they just loaded up dumpster after dumpster. And I mean, they were throwing out $50,000, $100,000 a dumpster, man. I'm just letting you know.
It's just ridiculous, man. It really is. This business is ridiculous. And like the adventure and the thrill, the legend is just, it's ridiculous. And I think when me and you politic on the phone all the time about this stuff, man, and the bottom line is a lot of these people, they don't do what we do. It's just like a golfer in golf clubs. You know, if we don't golf and we don't know about golfing, bro, people could look at us crazy for scrapping golf clubs, dude. People could look at us like, dude, you're scrapping this golf club? Are you crazy? I've spent this much, you know, and we don't know or realize it because it's not our niche. It's not our area. And, you know, that's kind of like a way to justify our like astonishment with this. Like we have to understand that not everybody is in the same field as us, and not everybody looks at a stack of old comic books as super valuable. That's why we have content, because this is entertaining, you know.
People have, yeah, I mean, you know, there's people it's considered garbage. Just like I told that story, I think last week or whatever. I went to the one lady's house and I said, what is she going to do with all these toys? She said she was going to throw them out. And I gave her $50 for the toys, and she was just so thrilled. But she was about to pitch them all in the dumpster. If I didn't go there, she was just throwing all the toys out. Because to her, they were just old kids' toys. That who would want these old kids' toys? Who would want these stupid red line Hot Wheels, Conky?
Right.
You know, I'm lucky to have, and I've even texted you a couple times, Rob, some of the things this guy's brought over. I've got a scrap guy that takes, you know, hauls scrap away for me. Like if somebody trades in a treadmill or something and I don't want to mess with it, he comes and gets it. And he brings me things that other people are like doing house clean outs and stuff like that. One day he brought me a probably early to mid 60s Aurora, the original slot car track.
Ooh.
With the, what do they call them? The Aurora, the Thunderjets.
Yep.
4-lane in the box. You know, he said they had just taken it and thrown the whole thing in a dumpster. And I think a couple of the cars got loose and went down in the dumpster where he couldn't get it. He saved 2 cars. And he brings stuff to me. And I don't even argue with him, because if he's going to do that and pull that out of the dumpster, he's like, all right, what do you want for it?
Right.
He names a price and I just hand him the money. And it's usually something really reasonable anyway. And it's going to be a lot less than like what I could buy it for on eBay or something. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And that gesture, Conky, is the smartest gesture as a buyer. And the reason why I'm going to say that is because I have a quick horror story. Literally just got done looking at a freaking collection of toys, dude. Had everything. Comics for Rob, freaking cars for Conky, tons of action figures for me. No vintage clothing. But dude, I literally, just to make, I'm not trying to make this story, I don't want to make the story long, but like we walk into the garage and the guy, classic case, the guy thinks the stuff's worth a bunch of money, doesn't know what he wants for it, expects me to just, shoot out a super high number for stuff I don't even know, or I can't appraise in 5 minutes. And it's like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, we got to go through the, what do you want? Okay, does this work? Okay, what do you value super high? What could I take out of the pile to make you feel better? And dude, the guy got overwhelmed, Conky. The guy got overwhelmed. I don't know how or what, because I was, coming with some high energy, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't acting weird or nothing. I was just trying to get a price and buy the stuff. But man, he got overwhelmed and flustered, and literally like he had a $300 price. And then once I pulled out my wallet to buy it, he pretty much said, look, man, I know I'm sorry I wasted your guys' time. Sorry you guys came out here, but this isn't going to work. I don't know. I can't. And just completely shut down. And I'm like, wait a minute, sir, hold on. We drove all the way out to North Royalton. You said this was $300. I'm pulling out $300 to buy it from you. Is it not for sale anymore? Oh, no. It's not for sale. I'm sorry I wasted your time. I can't, you got to go. Dude, swear. And it wasn't a battle back and forth. There was no disrespect. There was no kind of like voices raised, no manly testosterone going on, nothing. We're discussing items. I'm discussing his price and I'm discussing what he wants for his items. And that's it. I'm going to buy him. That's it. What happened was he said 300 and I was like, okay, so that's for this, this, and this. And he's like, you know what? Look, this isn't going to work. You guys got to go. So basically what I'm trying to say, Conky, is like, dude, the fact that you said, look, you just pull out your money and buy it. It's a good deal. It's not going to be anything that you can get it anywhere cheaper. It's the smartest thing to do. Dude, that's pretty much like what I think the guy was tripping, but like, dude, thinking about it back now, it's like, dude, if I would have just shut up and pulled out $300, I'm still going to have to ask him what I'm able to take. So it's like, it's just, yeah, dude, it's
a tough one.
Tough.
Yeah, these guys, they're all talking about. So I got to go back to this hoarder house, and everyone's screaming. Yeah, the lady wants all the guns destroyed, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm in one of those. I don't want the guns destroyed. My thing would be to try to sell the guns. Obviously, I sell firearms all the time. As an auctioneer, I make sure the firearms go to the proper people. 99.9% of people that buy firearms are, using them either for collecting purposes, a store of value for cash purposes, or for entertainment purposes, target shooting, whatever shooting, for hunting purposes, protection purposes, all that stuff. So there's a lot of reasons, firearms. And the simple fact, the only reasons we have firearms in this country is because you can't trust the government. Okay, that's the bottom line. Is that's why we have firearms. Everyone else who wants to say we should get rid of firearms, all sorts of stuff. The reason we have them is because of the government. If you say I trust the government, then throw your firearms away. And if you see what's happening down in Otter Creek, okay, this little tiny corrupt little, okay, hey, no problem, trust the government. Get rid of your guns. Don't worry, they won't screw us over. They never do anything bad, will they? They won't lock us all down for a year and a half and close down businesses and suggest things with no evidence and say, viruses got spread from, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So if you want to trust the government, trust the government. But at the end of the day, this lady wants the guns destroyed. I haven't had an opportunity to sit there and talk with her. Everything else. Why does she want them destroyed? I'm not sure. There could be a reason. Maybe her best friend got murdered by a firearm. People, you always got to put yourself in the perspective, okay? Because it's easy to say, oh my gosh, I can't believe this person. But there might be a great reason that person, who knows? Like I said, someone got killed by a firearm. Or,
traumatized,
Yeah, she might have got robbed at gunpoint. You just don't know what occurred in that person's life. So I can't judge anybody for their reasoning behind it. My goal is I like to get the opportunity to sit down with her, talk to her about her reasoning behind it. And then from there, say, listen, I understand you want to destroy these firearms. And I understand why you want to destroy them and everything else. But if you decide you could sell these and then take that money and put it into a charity or whatever cause that you could help way more people than just destroying these firearms, because it's not going to solve any problems in the end of the day.
Exactly.
Can I throw something in here?
Yes, sir.
Unless she has the equipment to melt down the firearms.
No, she wants to take them to the police department.
Well, they're not going to melt them now.
Well,
even they're not going to do it. You know what I mean?
Right. They melt down guns all the time. The chances of these guys taking a gun that's brand new in the box from 1976 that's worth $3,000 to $5,000 and putting in a blast furnace, slim and none. Okay.
No.
I'm just letting you guys know. So, at the end of the day, I'm going to try to do what I can. But if she wants it all destroyed and everything else, that's her will. And that's, there's nothing I can do to stop her from that or anybody else. The only thing I can do is give her the opportunity to explain her side. And maybe I can reason with her to say, hey, listen, sell this huge collection that your father accumulated, take that money and put it to good. You could change somebody's life, put it to a suicide hotline, the women's shelter, and there's just so many great causes that she could utilize that money and make a difference in lots of people's lives. Because she takes all those firearms and destroys them. I know in her mind's like, oh, I'm going to save somebody. But at the end of the day, you're not, I doubt any of those firearms would ever get to the wrong hands. They could.
I think it's a scenario where it's like, bro, think about it, man. It's just like storage units. If we don't buy the storage unit, somebody's going to buy it. If she's going to turn it over to wherever she's going to turn it over to, what is it, just going to sit in a warehouse forever? No, somebody's going to end up getting it. It's going to be rotated some way.
Well,
the Cleveland police every year collect guns and destroy them.
Yeah, destroy them.
Well, I'm just saying, they do destroy some of them. Now, I don't know how many they actually destroy, but I know they showed the video of them throwing them into the.
Where do they destroy? Like you said, Conky, what are they doing? Are they melting metal down?
That's what they do. They put in a big blast furnace. Like,
but here's the thing.
Then so be it. It's just hard to believe. Like, it just is, man. Like,
you're never going to get robbed at gunpoint with a $5,000 gun.
Ever.
It's just not going to happen. You know what I mean? Unless the person robbing you stole it from somebody and doesn't know the difference.
Right. And that's the thing about, and it's her father. He collected it and everything else. I couldn't imagine, my collection of stuff, my kids just throwing it out or destroying it, like my comic book collection that I've started when I was a kid. And they just go, hey, this collection is thrown right in the dumpster, But in the end of the day, let's just get real with it. It's just stuff, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we could put all this value and everything else, but in the end of the day, it's just stuff. I mean, I love my stuff, but everyone loves different stuff. But in the end of the day, it's just stuff. When my life go on, if if my whole house burned down and I lost all my stuff, but my family was okay, hey,
so all that matters, man.
All the stuff can be replaced or whatever else, right? Health, like Guapo always say, health is your wealth, right?
Your wealth, man. That's it.
And so and stuff is stuff. And in our business, we come across so much stuff.
Yeah. And it's like, I just got a phone call today. This guy wants to sell all these animatronics or something like that. Halloween stuff. Is that what I'm saying that right? Animatronics.
Yep.
Animatronics. Yeah. He has a bunch of them. And he was talking to me about how times got hard. Times are getting hard, and things like all of that stuff around him it's not going to pay his bills. It's not going to get him in a house, in an apocalyptic scenario, a Spider-Man #1 will not save you for nothing. Nothing will do. You cannot say, hey, this Uncanny Tales #26 is going to feed me. It's not going to feed you. So that's why, it's like, dude, you got to kind of like focus on what really matters in this life, man. You got all these billionaires building bunkers, dude. We should probably sell all our stuff and start building a AA bunker.
Like the one guy used to tell me, he goes, Rob, there's never going to be a moving truck behind your hearse.
Yeah.
You know, I saw I don't want to say funny. I did see a story where, and you kind of have to, you know, I don't know how you guys feel about reincarnation. There's a university in Virginia that's actually tracking things like that, and they actually have several cases and a lot of evidence for it. But there was a guy in, I think, Alaska that he gave his pocket watch to his son.
Yo, did Conky pause or what's up with Conky?
No, I'm right here.
He's good.
Whoa.
He can pause at my end. Good, keep going, Conky. Pocket watch.
This
I'm
guy,
sorry.
I think it's Alaska, had a pocket watch and he gave it to his son. And he said, I want you to give this to your son when you have one, because that son will be me. He says, I'm going to die and you're going to have a kid, and that kid's going to be, you know, I'm going to reincarnate as your kid. I don't know whether the guy thought it was crazy or not. I mean, I'd have thought somebody was crazy saying that to me. And he said, you will recognize it's me because your son will have a birthmark here and here. And he showed him where, because that's the thing about reincarnation, supposedly, is if you get shot in the neck, when you reincarnate, you have a birthmark there or something. I don't know how it works. But this guy had a son, and he had all the indicators of, you know, everything that his dad said was going to happen. And I guess when he handed him the watch, he says, "Oh, I've been waiting for this." The kid. So I don't know. It could have been a made up story. It probably was, but I mean, it made me think. I wonder if reincarnation is real, which is a whole other topic. I wonder if some of the junk we buy that's older than us is something that we had in a past life.
So always possible.
You know?
It's true. I mean, because like now that I'm always buying old toys that I used to have.
An AA bunker, pinball, comics, red lines, garbage pail kids. Sounds good to me.
Oh, it has to have pinball. It has to have a row of pinball machines.
Yeah, we have to have something to pass our time.
It doesn't have to have beds. It doesn't have to have refrigeration units. It doesn't have to have any place for recreation other than pinball machines.
Yep,
right.
pinball.
We need something to bide our time. We could have pinball challenges,
Yep.
pinball tournaments. I mean, pinball kind of craziness.
High score challenges. We can do sudden deaths, dude. There's all kinds of
one-handed challenge.
Yeah. One-handed challenge. Oh, dude, that's a good one, dude. We should actually do that, man.
We should try that one.
We should try that one. See who does it. Oh, dude, that's
an Elvis coin pusher.
Oh yeah, we need a coin pusher. We need a hoarder house there. We need a hoarder
house. 3 storage units.
Hell of a bunker.
We need some storage units. You know, couple crooked towns hall.
French onion soup.
We need some French onion. Yeah, dude, we need some French onion. I had some other French onion today. I didn't really like it. Kind of sucks.
To get a gun trigger lock off, you just got to drill it, really. I don't know any other way besides drilling it out.
Or I guess the locksmith could probably do it.
You have to drill it. There's no other way.
Yeah, I've had a few.
You want to damage it. You got to watch damaging it.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say if you were going to do it, I would place it somewhere, and like if you have a vise or something, and secure it for it's not moving around. You could wrap towels or anything around it for where this way if the drill goes off, it won't scratch the metal or something. I mean, if I don't know, you know how, you know, but I've drilled off probably 5 or 6 locks like that. I've gotten in storage units or houses, and they had that, and I couldn't find the key. So it's not that hard. If we could break into a safe, you can get a trigger lock off.
Yeah.
10 minutes, my last safe it took me to get in.
I like slamming safes on the floor.
Well, those are lockbox.
Well, you don't want to slam a gun on the floor.
Yeah, don't slam a gun on the floor. That's for sure.
Definitely want to slam a gun on the floor.
It might go off.
So yeah, fellas, Monday, man. Monday's supposed to be a big day. I'm trying not to, like you said on the phone, bro, get my hopes up, man, and not really stress the situation too much. It was supposed to be Friday that I look at the house. There's nothing I can do, you know. So
yeah,
I got
hope it happens Monday. That's all you can do.
I got an address, you know, so best I could do is probably Zillow, you know, the property value, and you know, take it from there. You know, I think it's going to be a good investment just for the real estate alone. Just having two houses behind each other in good areas that are nice. I mean, that's amazing. You know, alone. That's why I took so much interest in your houses in Elyria, bro. So
Yeah, anytime you got them next to each other, you're always beneficial.
it's pretty beneficial, exactly. But yeah, man, I mean, I don't know. It all comes down to about the right, that everything has to be right. You know, the stars have to align, and it's nerve-wracking because of the value and how rare everything is. And you know, you guys says that he walked in and these guys are breaking into the house and squatting in the house, and you're sitting there squatting. That means you have all night to go through everything.
Oh,
You
that's
have all
bad.
night
That's bad.
yeah, dude, you have literally all night to dig through that house and think you have $1 million. And there really, quite frankly, will be and might be $1 million in there, dude. You know, imagine if there's a bunch of those, Conky, a bunch of those loose car cases right there, like that on top of the shelf. Imagine there's a bunch of them, all red lines. I mean, dude, everything else is rare. Well, everything else, dude. You got rare comic books, dude. There's rare vintage T-shirts because the guy was a video game fanatic, so all the old video game T-shirts are there.
I mean, the only thing I can say is you hope that somebody squatting just doesn't know the value of some of the stuff. But even if that's the case, I mean,
yeah, it sucks, man.
You know, it can still get destroyed.
Yeah, it sucks. It really does, man. It really does. It sucks.
You got the snowstorm tonight. You guys ready?
I don't know. Everybody's saying there's supposed to be a snowstorm. I don't see anything outside right now.
Yeah, it's supposed to snow later.
It's supposed to be for the next 2 days.
I'm ready for it. I'm taking tomorrow, and I'm just going to sit here and do paperwork tomorrow. I'm not really planning on going too far.
I got 2 units to pick up, but I don't know if that's going to happen. All right, I went and paid for them, and I told them, you know, we'll see how the weather is. But I figure this way, if they're paid for, they can't complain.
That weather's bad right now, so who knows, man? Who knows?
Just too cold.
Crypto's down. That kind of sucks.
Well, we've been on for an hour and a half. I guess it's time to call the show. But man, guys, we appreciate everybody checking it out. We got this weekend. I got the last music auction at that music store. Tons of great records, instruments, all kind of great stuff. Guapo.
I'll be on Tuesday. Yep, Tuesday 8 p.m. on my channel live. We're selling all kind of awesome stuff too all the time.
And then I think Conky, you're doing an auction this Saturday, right?
I am. We're actually having an auction Saturday. We've got sports cards, maybe some jewelry, quite possibly some. I don't know if I have any die cast or not. We might. It's only going to be 5 lots, so we're going to come up with what we're selling tomorrow. But I know there's going to be some good old sports cards in it.
If you guys want to buy something, check out either Conky's Flippin' Adventures, Guapo at Stores Legends, or Second Sense. And like I said, we got some awesome auctions coming up. Tons and tons of great stuff. Unbelievable. And I guess who wants to do prayer? Guapo? You haven't had prayer.
I haven't done prayer in a while. I'll do prayer. Everybody take your glasses off, bow your heads. If you're at home, you got any hats on, any hoods on, take it off just out of respect. Lord Jesus, thank you so much for this awesome opportunity to be with my family, be with my friends, be with the world, allowing us all to connect, to share all these awesome experiences, all these awesome laughs, share advice. Lord, that's timeless. That's priceless, Lord. And I know it's because of you that we have this amazing collection. Lord, I also want to thank you so much for the urge and the influence just to be able to pray in front of all of these people and to connect with everyone. I think it's amazing that we could share this awesome spiritual bond. Lord, I just ask that you heal the world. I ask that you allow us to have amazing, awesome deals and awesome adventures that entertain the world. Lord, please allow us to be as consistent as we can with the content, be as consistent as we can with just being the best people that we can be and walking in your shoes. Lord, we know that we can do this only through you. We know that everything that is done is through you, Lord. Please allow us to grow. Please allow us to stay healthy. Please allow us to remain loving, positive, and amazing people through your name and walking in your shoes. Lord, we ask this in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. I love you guys. I'll see you guys later.
Love you guys. We appreciate everyone checking us out. You got to check out all of our channels and got a great video coming out tomorrow. And if you guys didn't see the last video, all that sterling silver I found in that unit, the lady signed over the unit, ladies and gentlemen. It wasn't a lien unit. It was a manager special. And I was a little reluctant to purchase the unit because it said manager special, not a lien unit. But I saw one piece that looked like sterling silver. The lady just didn't want the unit anymore. Just signed it over to the storage facility. They have to put it up for auction. They don't want it. And bam, tons and tons of jewelry. Check it out. I can't wait to see this Guapo hoarder house. And who knows if it's that good? Hales might be heading back up to Ohio just to check it out. So hit that thumbs up, everybody. We really, really appreciate you. Without you, we wouldn't be here. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Be safe this crazy, stormy, cold weekend. Thank you so much. And
Stay warm,
you got to say, Conky,
Good night.
Guapo.
Good night. Sweet